We're live.
It's
pretty much check 1 2. How we sounding?
I think we sound amazing.
Welcome back to Talking Too Much, episode 2. We're excited. This is our first one without Nick. Pretty crazy, obviously. Damn.
Love you, dude.
Love you, dude. You're
Love
still
you,
with
bro.
us. Still with us. So we decided to ask the Patreon users. Thank you guys, by the way, for joining our Patreon. We hope you're We hope you're enjoying.
In love with it.
You're in love with the enjoyment of our content.
It's fucking great.
No, yeah, but so I think we asked some questions, or what did we ask? We asked
just
for your questions.
Yeah, just what you guys want to hear on the next podcast and some stuff. Basically, a lot of it is just elaborating on the points that we talked about first one.
Facts.
One of them being how we see ourselves grown since being a part of the label, being first signed, and now how we've changed as artists and as people, and how that reflects in the music.
Yeah.
I'll go. I think that we're just a lot more. We're just better. It's just
I'm
like
stronger.
With
I'm smarter. I'm better.
I am better.
God, it feels better than the first time.
It's like with anything, time is just gonna make you get good at it, and I feel like music, you can have like a certain talent already, but if you're not like working at it, you're gonna hit like a peak.
Yeah.
Even if you're super talented naturally, you still have to like grind if you want to stay on top
Totally.
of your game.
Yeah. I think, facts, what you said about time. Time is a very interesting thing, because when you just incorporate time into any factor, even into things like grief, or like, when the more time you give something, it's like it grows. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but time itself, I think that we've taken a lot of time, obviously you guys know, to learn more things, but learn about ourselves a little bit more, and like really go in deeper levels of like just less that's on the surface, just what people see on social media, and like, deeper digging. It's given us a chance now to understand deeply the preferences we want. So now that we're leaving the label and going independent, it's a lot easier for us to execute. And we used to definitely struggle sometimes with like even just us getting on the same page about like what is the vision and like what is the direction. And especially as we keep going, I'm sure there'll be other things we haven't gone through yet, but it's been easier now, I think, to understand we're all very much in the same mindset and like in agreement of like creating frequency, making this fun, and like actually working hard and getting to see the benefit and the reward from that work.
And also realizing that like there is like no one has the answers besides Sway, and
Sway,
and like you're never gonna know unless you try. So I think what's cool about now being independent is the fact that we can actually try, and fail,
try again.
and try again, and fail and try again.
Exercise,
just trying, because like realistically, there's like everybody who's dope and who's lit and has made it to where they are, made it by like going against the grain and doing shit that wasn't.
Totally.
I mean, yeah, you can fall in line, but like
Totally.
you're only gonna be a B-list Drake or a B-list Bieber. You're never gonna be like your own person. And I think for us now, we can create our own lane and be like who we want to be, and not have to fall in line and be like, oh, but this person does this, so we should do that too. Or like being inspired is one thing, but like just straight up copying somebody is just like anybody can sing and dance, but like, can you be an artist? Can you be a superstar? And what it takes to do that stuff. And I think that now there's a lot of people who are coming into fame at such a fast, rapid pace, and it's just hard. Like, you can see it on people, like they'll have a song blow up and then they gotta go to Rolling Loud and perform that song, and they don't even know how to be on stage.
How to perform that song, yeah.
FOMO versus function.
Oh.
FOMO v function. I think it's pretty just straightforward.
I would say
it's FOMO.
Yeah, it's FOMO.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
FOMO, the last one?
Yeah, FOMO
Yeah.
was the last one.
Yeah, like the last one was bigger.
The
Yeah,
last
you
one,
can't compare.
The last one was our best tour, hands down, and for complicated reasons, we didn't get proper documentation of the tour or like ever have a recap.
That's the one thing, like, bro. That's the one thing. Because even looking at the function stuff, I was like, damn, we was lit. And then I forget we don't even have the Fomo video.
Tour shit, yeah.
It's crazy. Not to mention,
Don't hire your friends. Because your friends are still your friends. I'm kidding.
Welcome to the shade room.
I'm literally
welcome
I'm
to
literally-
50 Shades of Pretty Much.
We can cut that shit out.
I saw one thing that someone says, if you want to employ someone who don't employ your friends because your friends are always gonna expect something from you. Employ someone who has to prove themselves to you, because then they'll always prove themselves. They'll always want to be proving themselves to you. Don't have somebody that
and don't hire people that expect a handout just because they know you and you know them type shit. Yeah,
but it's interesting because it is case by case.
Of course,
for sure.
First,
exactly.
like there's people that we've hired or tried to bring in that have really brought a lot. To
push
the
the
table.
envelope.
And then there's people who we gave a chance and it.
Swing and a miss.
We didn't get a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
You know? Just goes down to like dialing in the preferences and understanding now. Like, all right, cool. We won't ever make that mistake again.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Being able
that's you know,
to
you
tell
learn, you fail.
who's. We mentioned it last time, but there's so much more like business that we have to like now really learn about and tackle. There's just things that as before it was like inconvenient. Now it's like we just can't afford to have another swing and a miss.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We just can't. So.
But on that note, though, I was always the kid who enjoyed playing the game Risk. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward.
High reward.
We know.
No, yeah.
We know.
Truth.
We got some more questions. I gotta load it up here. So, somebody asked, how do you come up with ideas for music videos?
You look at me. You just play the song for me. That's all you got to do.
Is that how it goes?
Bro, but you can all vouch for the fact that literally every time I hear a song, I'm like, here's the music video idea. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yes.
No,
yes,
I always have 1,000,001 ideas. Whether they get used or not, that's a different story. Having 1,000,001 ideas is not always the best thing. Having one really good idea.
All it takes is one really good idea.
Yeah. So
that's all it takes. They say
but recently the cartoons have been given the inspiration.
That's true.
Because like if you take you're like ahead of the curve if you take a cartoon and just turn it into like a real life. Take a cartoon
live
concept
action.
and just make it live action.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like the
So elaborate.
the blunt one. The Tom
Oh,
and Jerry,
the howdy.
The howdy
The
one.
Tom and Jerry where he rolls up he pulls out the cigarette or the wrap, whatever does the thing, wraps it with one finger, like takes a lighter, lights it, puffs it in one pull, blows it out, and says howdy.
Yeah.
like the Mask. The Mask is basically kind of took that.
Yeah.
I mean, The Mask was definitely one of those movies that was just like, it was the first like really big understanding of like taking cartoon featuring of how you would animate somebody and then putting it on a like live action person.
Yeah.
Right. It was like a
cool
hybrid.
as shit though.
The Mask is fire.
Master of Disguise. Master of Disguise has the same kind of comedy and feel, in my opinion. Like the
don't
Turtle Club, the Master,
I never seen that movie.
enough for the Turtle Club? What? Are you guys serious?
I don't think I've
Oh
ever
my
seen
god!
that movie.
All right, I gotta culture you guys.
You said something about the Turtle Club?
Right, not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Anyone that was
That-
born in the '90s knows what I'm talking about.
That sounds like Kermit the Frog.
No, it's Master of Disguise, bro.
Give me your best Kermit the Frog.
It's not easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves.
Thank you.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, there we go.
Tons of shit happening.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, you know. 666. I love this shit.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Wait, I need to say close over here.
Okay.
All right. now
Had
that
your
we got
fun?
that out of the way.
Yeah.
I just had to know which one each one does.
So what was your experience on moving away from family at a young age?
That's a good one.
I like
That's
that
crazy.
question.
I actually have really thought about it a lot recently. Like
Same.
I've just been talking about it with people, and like certain people have asked me like, because I'm working obviously on pretty much in other projects, and like one of the things that I'm super excited to be doing is like doing like live shows, And I was working with this saxophone player, and he was just asking me, he was like, so where did you learn all this stuff? And I started like breaking down like my lifestyle. And it's weird because like for me personally, I started really getting serious about career ideas at like 10 years old. So from 10 from like 10 to 16, I would like was I never felt really that young, but now I'm older and I'm just like, what was I on?
You were a businessman at 10.
Like at 11 years old, obviously still very underdeveloped, but just like really focused about like what it was that I was going to be doing. And then like by the time from 10 to 13, I had like a studio, like my first studio. And then from 13 to 16, I ended up in the band. And then from 16 to like 18, I ended up on tour. And then like, you know, it's just like a crazy.
Yeah.
For me, I will say like moving out to LA at 16, I just thought that I was like, oh, I'm like grown up. Like I'm grown up. Like I'm moving to LA. Like I know what I'm doing with my life. And I guess I did, but I didn't know even then clear enough. Like, I don't know how it would look today.
Right.
But yeah, it was interesting because now there's certain things, I mentioned it last time, like certain moments where I've noticed my dad is like, oh, there's certain things I wish I could have like talked to you about more.
Right.
And I'm like, it's so interesting because there are like certain gaps and like, not gaps, but like, you know, things that I'm just like, I never had, like I talk about it all the time. I was like, I never had like a college experience.
Oh yeah.
Never got to. I mean, we went to some college parties.
That's why I'm hyped. That's true. That's why I'm hyped that I went to.
Yeah, but like, first of all, fuck those college parties. Every party that we threw at the house was way better. To be real.
I mean, we had our own little frat vibe.
You got, if anything, you got a better experience because being in an actual frat, hazing is a bitch.
We had a college experience. We just didn't do any of the work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My high school experience was pretty like, collegey, I feel like.
Oh yeah, no.
We were getting fucked up. Grade 9, first party I ever went to. Cocoa Butter Kisses was playing.
Right.
Wow.
This man said
Cocoa Butter
freshman. I'm a freshman.
Into Stay High by Tablo, bro.
Wow.
Well, wait, what's your favorite? What was like the craziest high school party experience that you feel like?
One time I threw a party, and when my parents went out of town, and they were like, "Whatever you do, don't throw a party," and I fucking did it. I can't believe
lit that shit up.
And we had a townhouse, so there was 2 houses on the outside of us, and it was crazy party. To be honest, like we were like falling down the stairs and everything, and then when I thought we were in the clear, like it was crazy party, whatever. A couple days go by, and the neighbors ratted on us. They're like, my parents were standing outside, and they were like, sounded like you guys had about 50 people in your house over the weekend. Yeah. How was that? That was fun? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you just enjoy, like, just making little kids' lives miserable.
Literally.
But it was crazy, and we got caught.
No, I've told this story, obviously, to the guys, but I don't think I've told this ever in life.
Shit.
But I think it was, the year before, so sophomore year. It was me, a couple homies, like our squad. It was like 12 of us. We were trying to have an Easter dinner.
I know this.
And we're at my friend.
Oh shit!
We're at my friend. Like we're literally just like not even trying to party. We're just trying to have an Easter like time as a collective, and we get alcohol and we have weed, and we're just sitting there, and we're in her townhouse, and the weed pops out, and we're all in the backyard. We start smoking, and we're like, there's food in the oven, and there's plates on the table. And the cops pull up to the garage gate, and we all run into different rooms. People are jumping inside like washing machines and dryers, like style. Under the bed. And I'm high as hell, just like, this is where it all happens. Like, I'm not even gonna hide. I'm just gonna sit in the couch.
This is where it all ends.
Where it all ends. And Charles freaking didn't understand the idea that you needed a warrant to get into the house, so he opened the door and let them in the house. And they look at the table, they see 12 plates, and they're like, wait, there's 4 of you. Where are the 12 people? And they basically caught us, and I thought I was gonna go to jail right there.
I would not have came out.
Wasn't somebody in the washing machine?
Yeah, someone was in the washing machine.
That's what he said. He said there's people jumping in the washing machine.
You're telling me the cops are like, where's everyone? And everyone's like, I'm under here.
I'm under
staying.
here.
No, it took
staying,
it took like 15 minutes, but they were like,
Everyone
we're
was
not
like,
gonna
fuck.
leave
They're
until
gonna start
everyone comes
searching?
down.
Yeah, nah, that's
Why do
fucked.
people care so much about stupid shit?
And then yeah, basically I was a boarding student, so I usually in those cases your parents get called, your parents come
Right.
home, they take you home and like whatever. My situation was like fucked because the dean had to come from the school to the house and pick up all the boarder students because we didn't have our moms to come pick us up,
Oh,
and we
shit.
basically had a
Yikes.
month of community service to deal with. But
That's
Wow.
It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah,
Fucking
bro. Like I remember you saying you got
crazy.
community service for that. Crazy part is,
It's crazy.
it's just weed. It's just weed.
no, yeah, it's funny because now look at us. It's just,
Nah,
No,
it's
but
all
it's
legal.
just, I'm just saying, like in general, like the whole perception
Yeah.
of weed in reality is
Oh, yeah,
it's
no.
crazy. Because
It's-
cigarettes and alcohol are
worse.
Yeah, my mom will always be like, she'll be like, oh, you want a beer? I'm like, yeah. And then I'll be like, yeah, so I'm gonna go outside and smoke. And she's like, why do you still do that?
because it's
I'm like, you just
Psychoactive.
offered
Your
me
mom
a
does
beer.
not sound anything
Yeah,
like
first
that.
of all, that's not what your mom sound like, bro.
That's what it sounds.
it's because it's psychoactive. And
Yeah.
to be honest, like
I get it.
it if you're like avoiding a lot of shit in your life, it will bring it up. And a lot of people don't like that.
Oh yeah.
True.
A lot
That's
of people
true.
don't like that.
And yeah, of course, like not everything is for everybody, but
No.
but
Well,
I
the
think
thing
but I
that-
think that there should be an open dialogue instead of it being like such a reprimand.
Yeah.
It's in the same
No, yeah,
category as
that's-
heroin still.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like at the end of the day, like it definitely shouldn't be as like the word weed shouldn't be something to be like feared saying
It's
in
not
public.
gonna in
You know what I'm saying?
10
Like,
years, bro.
oh, I mean,
It's not-
It's already not like that here in LA. So, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like it's not gonna be very long for that happens everywhere. But like to tell a funny
Cool,
party
Thailand, bro. Thailand's the first country in Asia to legalize.
story. Really?
This is what
Fuck
I
yeah, go
always
Thailand.
say. This is what I always say. It's not the substance itself, anything. It's the relationship you have with the substance.
With the substance, yeah.
exactly.
The
and
same
that's
thing
always
with
it.
like the closest thing I've
But the
related
thing
it
is,
to
like,
in-
then why is alcohol legal and that's still?
No,
looked
I
at
know,
in
I
that
know,
way?
I know, but I'm
mean,
saying
Because
in
the
any-
substance.
it's with anything. It's with other things that are
Caffeine,
like yeah, caffeine or food. Like
Right, no, I mean, it's
everybody
all-
loves food. We need it to survive. But
Right.
like you can still
abuse it.
abuse it or like it's the relationship you have with it.
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
with
right.
anything.
Yeah, in high school we learned
Facts.
how to drink in terms of like they were like wine
Yeah, they're
gives you
teaching you
like
responsibly.
the
how to-
responsibility how to drink. I didn't.
Yeah.
There was no responsibility on how to smoke weed. It's like no, stay away from it. It's like, but
Right.
you're gonna teach me how to drink alcohol,
Yeah.
but you're not
Right.
gonna teach me
It's
how.
because
Also,
to
wait,
it
hold on,
turns
hold on, hold
off
on.
your like. Is it
Yeah.
the frontal cortex?
First,
that it
first
turns
of
off?
all, I want to talk about something. This man said they taught him how to drink alcohol. First of all, I never got that.
I
But
never got that.
sec-
I got
second
that.
of all, you're gonna teach fucking kids how to drink alcohol, but not
They
teach
don't-
them how to like bro, properly send emails or like do their taxes.
well, yeah.
what
well,
the
too.
fuck?
Well, well, well,
They
it
di-
was
first of all,
different
they didn't
because
teach you how to drink with alcohol. They taught they.
The
it was
idea
like
of-
this
to be
is
monitored
this is
with
what
it.
happens if you have
Yeah.
beer and this many
Responsibility
beers
behind
and drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But the
But
thing
still.
is, they could have been
It's-
teaching us how to save and make money.
It's
True.
But they
yes,
don't do
yeah,
that.
but it's the same thing as like like certain people being
Oh, yeah.
scared to talk about sex, so
Talk
they
to
just
sex.
don't talk about it in the
Right.
house. You know,
Yeah.
like you still need to talk about things.
No, yeah, definitely.
Always have.
and that's the problem. You don't talk about it, then you
create this,
you create
like-
this
Well, you-
mentality of like, oh, I want to try it. I want to go
Yeah.
dabble, and then you go behind your parents' back, and then you end up in a situation
Right.
that you don't want to end up
So is-
in.
Well, and even regardless of substance, like you know, learning how to do something or learning about something, whether you like it or not, will then just give you that ability that if you ever get in a situation of like, oh well, you know, like there's never that that accountability of like, well, I didn't know what I was doing with it. You know what I mean? So it's like
I get what you're saying. Like if there's no education on a subject,
on a subject, how
you're
could you expect people to
first
be
of all
educated?
probably bound to fall into an issue with that subject.
Right.
Or maybe not always, but you might. And then at that point, it's like you had no through that,
And you have
in
no
a
frame of reference.
frame of reference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
word.
As opposed to, like I said, just everything is a conversation. and
Also, like,
education.
It's just like people love to control other people,
Oh yeah,
and it's just like no matter what you make illegal or illegal, people are gonna do what the fuck they want to do regardless.
yeah, facts.
Like even I don't really want to get into this conversation
No,
because
yeah,
it's
we
way
can-
too political.
Let's crack on.
what is the process of making a song?
Process of making a song.
The truth is that it just happens.
Yeah,
It just- I at the moment I sit down, the song is done.
I would say like it's kind of one of those funny things where the process changes every time.
It's either there's a beat already made or we're making the beat and then someone's freestyling melodies or words and then we picked our favorite melodies, and then we just punch in. And if it's a song that has like a concept, we'll like instead of punching, just write out the lyrics instead.
Yeah,
what the cadence.
What I'm finding myself now doing just on my own time, and I mean you're kind of doing it too, but figuring out why I like a song and then trying to recreate that feeling, right?
Yeah, I've been recently taking all of my favorite songs and just taking the chords. Like fucking, what did I do? I did Best I Ever Had by Drake, right? And I just took the chords and then put 808s on it and shit. And it already feels like a song you like because those chords, it's like...
It resonates with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time I take the chords of a song I like, I end up making a song I like, you know?
So. Totally.
Facts.
Yeah, there's always... The thing is, that I think for me, is it does get mathematical and like music theory is a thing, but like... There is a reason why certain things sound the way that they do and why they get the point across the way that they do. Not all the time does everyone stepping into the room know why that's the case, and it ends up happening just by the happening of
accident,
it. But for me personally, knowing why that's the case is cool because like Coldplay, a lot of Coldplay chord progressions in their songs, like the song feels like it never ends because the chord progression never resolves the way that it's supposed to resolve. So
major 7.
And the
just
resolve
having
is
that,
just, for those of you that don't know, a resolve is just when it comes back either to the root or
the first
whatever
chord
key it's
whatever,
in, the first chord,
So like even that concept is like, oh, okay, there is a story behind the chord progression that kind of resonates with the lyrics that they're telling and the melodies
the feeling
and the
portraying.
feeling.
And it's like...
When they're phenomenal at that.
Like major 7 chords, but sad melody with happy lyrics.
Like even juxtaposition, like I've been obviously you guys know, but I love the 1975, but their music is it's so happy, but they're talking about the most sad shit. Yeah. So it just kind of feels.
Well, it's so colorful.
Same with fucking Tame Impala.
Yeah, exactly.
That dude is like Less I Know the Better. If you don't know the lyrics, look them up because I just read them and I'm like, bro, this song is 10 times better. Even though that's one of his biggest songs.
Oh no, 100%.
Just because of sonically it sounds crazy. But if you look at the lyrics, it's like. The girl's out. He sees her with another dude.
I love to see an artist just like that you thought disappeared come back and do just what they love, man. Like the music itself and just enjoy themselves and not take it too seriously.
Akon was up,
sounds
man.
Like he's up. He's like, I got him, man. I got home.
Well, I mean, yeah, not necessarily that he's being like, you know, humble about what he's saying or whatever, but he's just like he's coming back and just like not, you know, not like he's like
Prime.
Yeah, like I don't know. He's not just trying to like fit the mold, right? Like he's just trying to do what everyone else is doing. He's just
he's just doing his thing.
He's like, yeah.
Prime Akon was Right Now and Dangerous and like the Lady Gaga like 2014 era.
Facts.
Like he was on to something, and I don't know where he went after that, but he was about to take over the world in the pop world.
For me, it's locked up.
All right, sorry, I'm just wrapping it up. I just want to spit through 2 more quick questions
and then
just end it. Yeah. So songs that we wished we could have done music videos for. Everybody say one.
Oh shit. Like a true music video.
A true music video.
On My Way.
On My Way. Yeah, I agree.
On My Way.
I'll say On My Way because I don't know.
Bro, Solita, Rich the Kid.
Yes. Facts. No, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Solita. I was like, we never shot a video.
Yeah.
We could have shot it on his boat.
Yeah.
On his boat.
I redact my statement and say Solita.
Hey, but that's why I was saying we should all pick one.
Yeah.
But y'all all said On My Way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
isn't that crazy?
That one is true, though. I do wish.
Or like, I wish we made like a true
sick to my stomach when I think of the fact that those didn't have a music video and we spent 200 racks on videos that never came out.
Well, how about this?
Yeah,
how about not to mention Phases? Obviously, we always say is one of our biggest songs. Never really got any real promotion other than being the title track of the EP.
Yeah.
And we shot like we don't have to say the number, but on the cheaper end. Like it was like a cheap music video that we shot for it, and it was like that still did better than. And actually, the cheapest music video we ever filmed was Teacher.
And it has the most views.
And it has the most views. Shout out Bum Boy Noah Duran.
Yeah, shout out Noah Duran.
He was in Vegas with us, and he was just like, our label was like, we should get a video, or we were doing content for something. We had a white wall, and we were just like, let's just film it in a studio and just one take. And we did, I kid you not, I think we did 2 takes.
2 or 3 takes, yeah.
Or
we did one more after the one that ended up being the one.
The one.
And then we were just like, no, the other one was the
exactly.
take.
Yeah.
And then we just, Noah put a color grade on it, and then we
That
put
was
it.
it?
On, yeah.
They tried to make it black and white. I
Like,
remember
oh.
because Emil had a little bit.
There
of
was something that was, and this again goes to the point that we've said before. It's like there was something that wasn't by the book of like the color grade that he used, and it was making the white look a little bit more blue instead of true white.
Yep.
But I loved it. I thought it looked so sick. So there was people in the team that were like saying, "Oh, we have to fix this. We have to fix this."
Just make it
And we're
black and
like,
white.
"It looks sick.
You got
it
niggas
looks sick."
You get niggas stressing about the blue tint in the background of a fucking, and it's just like, this is what the argument is.
Yeah, right.
That little, it's like, no, it's gonna get
If
way
anything,
more views.
let's argue the fact that blue tint made it the most
18
viewed
million views.
music
Yeah.
video.
Let's not argue about it now. Let's argue about it when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
18 million.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's crazy. All right,
Last
let's
one?
do one more.
Last one.
We did function versus FOMO.
Tell me what the next question is. I'll answer that
Sorry,
shit.
some of these
Lickety
ones are
split.
bigger. I gotta read them.
That's terrifying.
What?
Just
My
Austin.
Mickey Mouse voice?
I'm just when Austin moves in, I'm just.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna wake you, bro. I'm gonna walk in your room one morning and just like get right up next to you because you're on the bunk bed, and I'm gonna go,
All right, we can.
"What you dreaming about?" You know? Fucking scream the shit out of.
All right, let's just do this one. Some of these are a little loaded, but don't worry. We'll get to some of these in the next. We've got plenty of episodes coming.
Yeah.
But like, let's talk quickly about this one is kind of like, how has your music taste and style changed
Ooh, okay.
from when you started to now? And are there certain instruments that you play that you didn't before?
No new instruments. I would say my style went from like genuinely, like honestly and truly, every ounce of me didn't give a single fuck, other than the color layout of how things looked.
You're talking about for fits?
Yeah, I was just very casual, like t-shirt, pants. That was it.
Mhm.
Like I just needed to wear clothes, you know,
Interesting.
with things that were related to me. But now
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten to a point where I like colors. I understand a bit more
like
about
colors.
fashion. Well, I like having embroidery. I like having, you know, introspective shit, more
Totally.
pockets, that kind of stuff. And then my music taste definitely went from trying to be super cool with my music taste to actually just opening up and like taking in more music taste from other people, and then finding that's actually what I like the most. I found a lot of my music taste from other people. So like you know, it went from Queen. Well, I still listen to Queen, but like probably like I listened to a lot of Jack Harlow and
You've been on Jack Harlow.
but I got on him early, and then when everyone jumped in, it was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And like no offense to Jack, like I still think you're an amazing rapper and everything. It's
Facts.
just because I heard it so much on the radio. But yeah, no, I'd say like my music taste now is
I
Doom.
don't know, bro, because what if when we get up there, everyone's like, I don't fuck pretty much anymore because, you know, everyone fucks
I mean,
with
dude, that's just my personal.
you can't, no.
No, it don't matter because we'll
you
be
gotta
making
support
money.
the-
Like,
No, it's one of those.
Did I not just say though? I still support him.
No,
I
of
still
course,
support and
of
love his
course.
music. I still listen to the shit, you know, all the songs that aren't being blasted every 3 times an hour on
It's one of those
radio.
like mainstream. Like,
Bro, people hate it when niggas go
underground.
mainstream.
Exactly.
People just
exactly.
want to be like, it's my artist. I found him first.
No, it's not even that, bro. I'm glad he made it and everything.
No, but it's
I
just,
but it is
a
different.
thing that people do, though.
Oh yeah,
but,
no,
but
100%.
to his point, it's not that he's just mainstream. It's that
He's so
I-
mainstream.
it sounds the new album
is
just
Drake.
sounds so Drake. It doesn't sound like the Jack Harlow that he started.
I
at,
don't
which is
agree with
cool.
that at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I just like.
but I also have listened.
to each their
to all.
own. But I know what you mean. It's not just.
It's not the same.
It's
as
not
it,
just.
obviously, yeah. It's not
and
the
then-
same.
and then-
as
Oh,
other
you made
stuff.
it. Now let's hate on it.
Why is it so? It's not supposed to be the same.
No, of course not. No.
You don't want it
and
to be the same, bro.
And then also
Look
too.
at Drake's new album compared to fucking More Life.
And not
of
that it
course.
has to be the same. It just sounds like there's other people in the
Right.
music now.
Well, yeah. It's
Not
it's
features-wise, just
It's
like-
the difference between him starting with his friends, or what would have been in a small studio or in his room, you know, and making 18, right, and then to where he's at now. Not that
Yeah.
there's any shame, or I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way he's escalated and become successful.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I think there's two things. One, during that time, I found a couple of more artists that I was more interested in and wanted to like start, like looking into their world and life and their music and what they have to offer. And also too, just I mean, he started going in a direction where I was hearing his music all the time anyway, so I didn't have to like try to listen
Search
to
for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just weak at those.
And I was so proud. I was
Those
so proud.
few
So happy.
motherfuckers that found Drake back in the day. They're like, fucking
Like,
mainstream.
This ain't Marvin's room.
No, like I'm talking earlier, like Degrassi rapping. Like,
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
this Drake
I don't
guy,
know
he
about
next
Drake
up.
like that.
He next up.
But to answer the question fully, my biggest inspiration musically right now is MF Doom.
Wait, was that the question?
Yeah, biggest
I don't even remember.
biggest music change, biggest.
Oh yeah. How's
clothing.
your music taste and how's
And-
your
yeah,
style
style
changed?
change,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my music changed. I used to really actually like listening to like rap, and now I just don't. Like I don't put it. Now that I have a car, I'm realizing that I don't gravitate towards it unless like other people are playing it or or it's popping and I want to dance. Like every time Travis dropped, I would be so excited. Now if a Travis drop, I'm like, oh okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. But I feel like my music.
It's just like Travis isn't hype anymore. Like there's no like, it doesn't feel like Dawn is.
But
now
I think the reason why for me personally, just personally, is because I don't feel inspired by those things, by those songs anymore. Like I fuck with them for like production reasons or like just like listen to them for a vibe. But like now I'm just because I'm making things.
Yeah.
And I'm like getting into like just like producing more and producing different things. Because when I was producing trap beats all the time, I was only listening to like rap.
Right.
But now I'm like trying to get into more instrumentation and like rock shit and just like folky stuff. So I'm like, okay,
You're adding colors to the palette.
I'm just listening to the things that I'm making at the time. I think more now.
Exactly.
So I think it's just gonna constantly keep changing.
Yeah. It's interesting. Mine's actually flipped. I used to, before I came out here to LA, like I used to only listen to like mainstream, like what was on the radio.
Right.
Like just popular music. And then like I had my own little vein of like SoundCloud stuff that I really liked. Like randomly, like that's how I was a big fan of like Lido, who now we work with all the time. On SoundCloud, just like but it was either just really low-key SoundCloud producer stuff or like mainstream songs. And now it's like
other way around.
like it's like trap and like rap.
Yeah, you
and
stay listening.
I don't know, because when like I already do I make a lot of stuff that is not rap all the time, and I love to explore that, and it's very natural for me. So like when I'm not making music, I kind of just don't want to always listen to it, unless it's like like especially when I'm in the car, I just want to turn up some like ratchet shit, like you know. I don't want to.
Brandon said when the shades go on and I'm in the car behind the wheel, it gets hood in that bitch.
I mean, I just unless I'm in like a certain setting, like a vinyl shop or like when I was in Korea, I went to I don't remember what they called it, but a vinyl bar where you could like write down a song and they would probably have it in. It was just a walls
Shut up,
of
that's
vinyl,
crazy.
and they would just like pull them and play them, and you could like get drinks and stuff. That's like I was like we were listening to Queen and like you know, like,
oh yeah.
Fucking, I play guitar again, and I'm better than like I've ever been, so that's fun. And I think I'm just like grateful that I can go anywhere, and it feels like really good. Like I could do like a screamo, and I could do like a pop song, and I could do like a fucking rap song, and they're all gonna feel like the same artist because it's just like the lyric choice and the I don't know, but it's just like it's kind of like in that Drake sense of where he can do the UK type stuff, he can do the Marvin's Room type stuff, and then he can do like the Mob Ties shit. Yeah, and that's right where I am, and I'm just like grateful that I just love all time. I fuck with country, like I fuck with everything.
Yeah, and I would say your style, just as far as like brands you might have known, is slightly different. But other than that, you still wear hoodies and shit.
Oh yeah, like my fucking visual style is just like fucking downtown urban blunt smoking cooking beats in the studio.
Khalifa with skinny jeans.
It's just like, bro, you know that nigga in the
crazy.
corner with the hoodie on, rolling up blunts. That's my style, bro. And it's a whole. You can tell what that style is.
No, yeah, facts.
Yeah. I didn't even talk about my
Edwin
style.
has that style too, and that's why I fucking love Edwin's style.
I just like wearing things that don't.
He looks like a he looks like a, I don't know, like a.
He looks like
producer
he should be an
that
ASAP.
shouldn't be. It looks like he's like a young producer that like
Just
shouldn't be a producer.
or
It looks like you're one of those like kind of nerdy kids who swagged out, but he's also
snuck
I
into
don't
the
know.
session.
Bro, he looks like one of the NFT kids out here that just like made it. You know what I'm saying?
I just like to wear
But
things
no,
that
it's
don't
like
fit
it's
me.
like based in music.
That
Yeah,
what?
facts.
That don't fit me.
You mean like too big?
Yeah, too big.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I'm already short, so I just play into it.
No, yeah, but it looks good on you, bro. You make it work.
I used to wear only like skinny jeans, tank tops. Like,
yeah, bro.
My head was shaved and like top knot.
Yeah, you had that Sokka haircut.
The skinny glasses.
the Sokka haircut, yeah.
And yeah, I had to switch it up. But honestly, it was like a lot of being in the group, and then also just like I guess being in LA a little bit like UK and New York.
Yeah.
Just being in different places. Yeah, I don't know. Now I really do like my favorite thing about my style is like wearing things that are sometimes designer, but like they don't say it all over the chest.
Right,
they don't say it everywhere. Like
it's the low key designer.
It's
shit.
just so low. Like I was wearing this one shirt and they're like, "Oh, is that Vivienne Westwood?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you noticed." And it's like when you notice, then it's even more fly because it's like you know too. Like you're also fly.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, this concludes episode 2 of the podcast.
Yes.
Talking too much.
Right here, we're gonna put up all the names of the patrons who have subbed to be shouted out on the podcast. So here it is.
Thank you guys so much.
Here it is. Bang, bang, bang. Thank
you
you guys.
You guys are amazing.
Wouldn't
Thank
be
you so
without
much.
you guys.
Yeah.
And with that, woo!
Bye. Thank y'all.
Peace.
It's fun.
Yeah, we're gonna go home. Are they recording?
Songs that we
Fire
wished we could have done music videos for. Everybody say one.
On my way.
On my way, yeah. I agree.
I'll say on my way because I don't know.
Bro, Solita, Rich the Kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts. No, yeah.
I
wish we
get
made,
like
true
sick to my stomach when I think of the fact that those didn't have a music video and we spent 200 racks on videos that never came out.
Well, how about this? The cheapest music video we ever filmed was Teacher.
And it has the most views.
And it has the most views. I kid you not. I think we did 2 takes.
2 or 3 takes.
And then we just Noah put a color grade on it, and then we.
That was it?
Yeah.
They try to make it black and white.
It's just like, this is what the argument is.
Yeah, right.
That little, it's like, no, it's going to get 18 million views.
Yeah. Let's not argue about it now. Let's argue about it when it becomes a problem.